Have you ever wondered if your daily shower routine is actually doing more harm than good as you get older? For many seniors, sticking to the habit of bathing every day might seem like the right thing to do, but in reality, it can be causing skin issues and discomfort. In this video, we're going to explore why your daily bath might not be as beneficial as you think, and how tweaking your bathing habits could lead to better health, comfort, and safety. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more sensitive, making it more prone to dryness and irritation. Hot showers or frequent washing can strip away the natural oils that keep our skin hydrated and protected. This can result in itchy, cracked skin or even more serious conditions like eczema. The good news is, adjusting your bathing routine doesn't mean sacrificing cleanliness. It's about listening to your body and finding a balance that works for you. So how often should seniors bathe? The truth is, most older adults can get by with 2 to 3 showers a week rather than every single day. This adjustment can help protect your skin while still keeping you feeling fresh and clean. In this video, we'll share useful tips on how to care for your skin and stay comfortable while reducing the risks of overbathing. If you find this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more tips, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us how you've adjusted your bathing routine over the years. Fact 1. Daily showers may be doing more harm than good. There was a time when a daily shower was simply part of the routine, a refreshing ritual to start the day. The hot water, the soap, the feeling of being clean and ready to take on whatever the day brought. But as the years passed, something started to change. The skin, once smooth and supple, began to feel drier, more fragile. What was once a simple habit of washing away the day's grime had now become an uncomfortable task. The skin, it seemed, wasn't as resilient as it used to be. The truth is, as we grow older, our skin undergoes significant changes. It becomes thinner, loses moisture, and becomes more sensitive. This is completely natural, but it also means that the skin's protective oils, which once kept it soft and resilient, start to fade. These oils were like an invisible shield, guarding against irritants and dryness. Without them, skin becomes vulnerable, and everyday practices that once felt harmless, like showering daily, can now be damaging. Hot water and strong soaps, which might have once been soothing, can strip away what little moisture remains, leaving the skin dry, cracked, and irritated. Taking a shower every day can unknowingly cause more harm than good as we age. The combination of hot water and harsh soap creates a perfect storm, washing away the natural oils that help keep skin nourished. The result? Dryness, discomfort, and even painful irritation. Instead of feeling refreshed after a shower, it can feel like the skin is begging for relief. Experts recommend reducing the frequency of showers, especially for those over 60. Just 2 to 3 showers a week is often enough to maintain hygiene while allowing the skin to retain some of its natural moisture. On the days in between, there's no need to forego cleanliness altogether. A warm, damp cloth can be a simple, effective way to keep the body fresh without the harsh effects of a full shower. Gently wiping down the underarms, groin, and feet is usually all it takes to feel clean and refreshed. This small change, replacing a daily shower with a more thoughtful approach, helps maintain hygiene while allowing the skin the time it needs to recover and stay healthy. It's a subtle shift, but it can make a world of difference for the skin. As the days go by, it becomes clear that caring for aging skin doesn't require drastic measures. Sometimes less is more. By adjusting the shower routine and focusing on gentle cleansing, the skin can remain comfortable and nourished. It's about finding balance, knowing when to step back and give the skin the space it needs to heal. And in that space, the skin can retain its softness, its resilience, and its health for years to come. Fact 2. Seniors actually produce less sweat and odor. As we grow older, our bodies go through a lot of changes, many of which are completely natural but not always talked about. One surprising fact is that seniors tend to produce less sweat than younger people. This isn't something most people expect, since we're so used to hearing about the importance of staying clean and fresh. But the truth is, as we age, the glands responsible for sweat and oil production slow down. That means older adults often have far less body odor than they did in their younger years. This change doesn't mean personal hygiene should be ignored, but it does shift the way it should be approached. Daily scrubbing, harsh soaps, and strong deodorants aren't always necessary. In fact, using these too often can do more harm than good. Mature skin becomes thinner and more sensitive over time, making it more prone to irritation. What once felt refreshing and clean can suddenly cause dryness, redness, or even allergic reactions when the skin can't tolerate strong ingredients anymore. For many seniors, sticking to gentle routines can actually be more effective. Mild, fragrance-free soaps and moisturizing cleansers offer a better balance, preserving the skin's natural barrier without stripping it dry. Deodorants with alcohol or heavy scents might seem like a quick fix, but they often leave skin inflamed and uncomfortable. It's not about masking odor at this stage. It's about maintaining comfort and supporting skin health. There's also something to be said about learning to trust your body again. The natural chemistry of an aging body doesn't require heavy-handed control. With less sweat and oil, there's often little need for constant washing or perfuming. Giving the body space to breathe and rebalance itself often leads to better overall well-being. It's a quiet kind of wisdom, the kind that knows when less is more. So instead of sticking to routines that no longer serve you, consider shifting your perspective. Aging isn't about loss. It's about learning what your body really needs and responding with kindness. Embrace that gentle change. Use products that work with you rather than against you, and allow yourself to experience a softer, simpler kind of self-care. Fact 3. Overwashing increases the risk of skin infections. At first, it might seem like washing often is the best way to stay clean and healthy. We're taught from a young age that cleanliness is important, and it is, but too much of a good thing can backfire. When you wash your skin too frequently, especially with hot water or harsh soaps, you're not just washing away dirt. You're also stripping away the natural oils and protective layer your skin depends on. This protective barrier is your skin's first line of defense, and without it, your body becomes more vulnerable to outside threats. When that barrier breaks down, harmful things like bacteria, viruses, and fungi can sneak in more easily. This can lead to unexpected infections that don't start with something dramatic, just tiny cracks or dry patches. What begins as a small irritation might turn into a deeper wound or infection if the skin isn't properly cared for. Older adults, especially those dealing with conditions like diabetes or poor circulation, are even more at risk because their skin is already more fragile and slower to heal. Imagine someone stepping out of a long, hot shower, feeling squeaky clean, but not realizing they've just left their skin defenseless. It feels good in the moment, but over time their skin becomes drier, itchier, and more prone to splitting. They might see redness, scaling, or even sores that take forever to go away. And all they were trying to do was stay hygienic. It's easy to fall into this trap without realizing what's really happening under the surface. There's a simple shift that can make all the difference. Instead of those long, steamy showers, try keeping them short and using lukewarm water. It's gentler on the skin and helps retain some of the natural oils that keep it strong. Right after showering, while the skin is still a bit damp, applying a light moisturizer can seal in hydration and rebuild that barrier. Think of it as giving your skin armor. It's invisible, but it works hard. Taking care of your skin doesn't mean giving up on cleanliness. It just means being a little more mindful. Instead of scrubbing hard or showering too often, treat your skin like something worth protecting, because it is. A few simple changes in your routine can prevent a lot of unnecessary problems down the road, especially for people whose skin needs extra support. The goal isn't to stop washing, it's to wash wisely. Fact 4. Bathing can be one of the most dangerous daily tasks. Taking a bath might seem like one of the most harmless parts of your day, but for many people, especially older adults, it can be surprisingly risky. Bathrooms, with their hard surfaces and slippery floors, are actually one of the most common places for accidents to happen at home. A simple shower can quickly turn into a dangerous situation if you're not careful, and the consequences can be serious. Imagine stepping into the tub, the floor slightly wet from earlier use, your balance not quite steady. All it takes is one misstep, a slick tile, a quick turn, or even the shock of cold water hitting your back can throw you off balance. And for seniors, a fall like that doesn't just mean a bruise. It can lead to broken bones, hospital stays, or worse, long-term loss of independence. These aren't just rare occurrences. They happen more often than most people think. One of the biggest challenges with bathing is that it demands more physical coordination than we realize. You have to stand, turn, bend, and sometimes step over high tub walls, all while surrounded by water and steam. As we get older, things like balance, muscle strength, and reflexes slowly start to change. What once felt easy becomes a risky task, especially when the body's tired or stiff. To make things safer, there are small changes that can make a big difference. A sturdy grab bar gives you something solid to hold on to. A shower chair allows you to sit comfortably while washing, and a handheld sprayer means you don't need to move around so much. Even a simple non-slip mat under your feet can stop an accident before it happens. These aren't just helpful tools. They're quiet protectors that help people keep their independence longer. And timing matters more than people realize. Bathing when you're exhausted, like early morning or late at night, can increase the risk of falling. Mid-morning, after your body has warmed up and you're fully awake, is often the best time. Staying safe in the bathroom isn't about being overly cautious. It's about being smart. Because one fall can change everything, and it's always worth taking a few extra steps to prevent it. Most people grow up hearing that taking a bath or shower every single day is just part of good hygiene. But when it comes to older adults, that old rule doesn't always hold up. The truth is, seniors don't need to bathe every day to stay clean and healthy. In fact, doing so can actually do more harm than good. For many older individuals, bathing 2 to 3 times a week is just right, especially when it's done with gentle products and a careful approach. It's not about scrubbing hard or using harsh soaps. It's about doing what's best for the body as it ages. Skin changes a lot as we grow older. It becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive, making it easier to irritate or even injure during frequent bathing. Washing too often can strip the skin of its natural oils, which are already in short supply as we age. What really matters is staying fresh in key areas, being mindful of body changes, and using moisturizers and mild cleansers that help, not harm. Bathing becomes less about habit and more about care, and that small shift can make a big difference. Mobility is another big part of this conversation. Think about it. Stepping into a tub or standing in a slippery shower can be risky for someone with balance issues or muscle weakness. A simple bath can turn dangerous in an instant if proper support or supervision isn't there. That's why it's important to focus on safety as much as cleanliness. Walk-in tubs, shower chairs, or even sponge baths with help can keep a senior feeling clean without the worry of slipping or falling. This isn't just hygiene, it's dignity. Helping an aging parent or loved one bathe safely and comfortably is one of the most powerful ways to show love. When someone feels clean, they feel better. They hold themselves differently, they rest better, and they often feel more willing to socialize or take part in daily routines. Cleanliness doesn't have to mean a full bath. It can be as simple as freshening up with a warm cloth and a kind word.